honestly, all these like new releases, and I haven't even finished any of my anticipated releases from the beginning of the year. Hello book besties, it's Keira. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm just going to be talking about some of my anticipated releases for the second half of the year. Some of these are not quite yet because I haven't read the first books in these series, but I'm still going to talk about the other books that are coming out in these series later in the year. I have a lot of them, if we're being honest. I tried to find the dates that they were coming out. I just went off of Goodreads, so these might be inaccurate, so don't completely take my word for this. You might want to look them up. I don't know what a lot of these are about. Make sure to follow all my socials down below to keep up with me. My Goodreads and Amazon wishlist is also down there if you want to check those out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's just get right into this video. I'm going to do my best and pop a picture of each of these books. Some of them don't have covers yet because they're coming out later. This is going in no particular order of when these books are coming out. I just have a list and I'm going to be talking about them. So the first book I have is The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy, which obviously the author of the Off-Campus series and the Briar U series. This is like a spin-off series to it. I think this is about Garrett Graham's kids, I believe. I don't really know. I haven't looked much into this. This is apparently coming out October 1st. I would have liked to honestly finish the Briar U series before this book comes out. I am so excited for this book. Like, y'all don't even know. I think Garrett Graham gets an appearance in this book. I'm hoping he does because I need him in this book. I think this is like another hockey romance, possibly not. I don't know if it takes place at Briar U all these years later. Love Elle Kennedy's writing. October 31st, people, it's coming. Next up, we have a special one because it's coming out on September 5th, which, if you don't know, is my birthday. Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score, which is the third book in the Knock 'Em Out series. I mean, the purple cover is so beautiful. Like, I can't even get over it. And it's about Lucian and Sloane, and the literal crumbs that we got from them in Things We Never Got Over, I was immediately like, I need their book. And I think this might be either my favorite or the second favorite in the series. I cannot express it enough how excited I am for this book to come out and to read their story, because there's just something about Lucian that is just so very mysterious. And I'm like, what happened between these two? What made them so that they literally cannot talk to each other? I'm just gonna say that the tension is gonna be so good. I've never wanted a birthday to come sooner than I want this one to come. Next up, we have Hopeless by Elsie Silver, which is the fifth book in the Chestnut Springs series. Up until this point, I've only read Flawless. This comes out in October, so I hope to have at least like maybe up until the third book read. I think this is about the other brother. I don't remember his name. It starts with a B. I think we saw the female main character in the first book. I think she's a bartender, Bailey. I don't, again, really want to read much about this synopsis at this point because I've only read the first book. But yeah, I'm just obsessed with the vibes from this series. Love Elsie Silver's writing. Very excited to see what the special edition of this cover is going to look like, and I will be buying it. This one I don't know anything about because I have not read the first book. By the time this book comes out, I will have read the first book because I am forcing myself to. It is Iron Flame, which is the book that comes after Fourth Wing, which I've been on hold from the library for this book since it came out, like, what, 2 months ago now? And if you don't know, this book is currently only in hardcover form, and I don't have one single hardcover book. The, like, tension between me buying this book in hardcover to have it so I can read it immediately is pretty high. This book comes out in November 7th to be exact. Fourth Wing ends up on the biggest cliffhanger. Whenever I get to it, I will not have to wait long. And please, can we take a moment to look at this cover? It's like beautiful. Very excited to not only like read Fourth Wing, once I do not have to wait too long after I finish it to pick up the next book. Next up, we have another fantasy book, and it's the third book and the last book, I think, in the, I don't even know what the series is called, the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and it's A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. Again, I haven't even read the first book up to this point. I'm hoping by October 24th, I would have had at least the first book, maybe the second book read, so I can go right into this one. This next book is not like romance or fantasy or anything like that. It's The Way I Am Now by Amber Smith. The first like book, I guess, to this is The Way I Used to Be, which made me sob. I'm hoping that the character in this book gets some kind of like redemption. The things that happened to her in that first book, I'm just hoping that this is like a happy, like just a happier book, because I was kind of destroyed after reading that book. I think this takes place in college. I've not read the synopsis in a while, so I really don't know. This comes out also November 7th. Next up, we have a book that I think is the last in the series, and I'm a little bit sad for the series to be over because I love this series and I love this author, but it's Sable Peak by Devoney Perry, which is the 6th and last book, I believe, in the Eden series. I don't even remember what sibling this is about. It might be Mateo, the youngest brother, but I also could be completely wrong. He's the one that like is flying planes or something. I don't know his love interest or anything. This comes out in December. I love this purple cover so much. I feel like not enough people make purple covered books. I feel like we don't hear much about Mateo, so if it's about Mateo, then I'm excited to read more about his character, his love story, because this series is just so incredible. I love, love, love Devoney Perry's writing so much. She's like my auto-buy author, one of my favorite authors of all time. This next book, again, I have no idea what is about at all. It doesn't even have a cover or anything, but it's called Caught Up. It's by Liz Tomford. I have not read any books in this Windy City series, I think it's called. First one is Mile High, which is a hockey romance. Second one is Right Move, which is basketball. I heard one person talk about this book being released. It's coming out October 10th. I think they said it's a baseball romance. That could be not even true, so don't take my word for it. Yeah, so if you didn't know that was coming out, it is at some point. No cover or anything, no description yet because it doesn't come out for a few months. But if you didn't know and you love that series, here you go. Here to tell you first that it is coming out in October. So you're welcome. Next up is, it's a book I have not read any in the series yet, and it's King of Greed by Anna Huang. I heard this series is gonna be 7 books, which I'm like I better like catch up. Like, she's already on book 3. I'm so far behind. This is the King of Sin series or something like that. First book is King of Wrath, second is King of Pride, and then we have King of Greed. This is coming out October 24th. Again, I have no idea what this is about. The cover is really cool. That's all I got for you. This next one I am very excited about. I feel like I'm saying that for every release, but it's Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. Is her first book in her new series. I don't remember what it's called. This takes place in the town that the lake house from Final Offer is in, and apparently you meet some character or characters in Final Offer that people are thinking that this book is going to be about. I'm hoping to finish off the Dreamland Billionaire series by the time that this new series starts. This comes out in November 7th. I feel like so many things are coming out November 7th. I'm very excited. I love Lauren Asher's writing so much. I love her books, her characters, her writing. Just love her overall, and very excited that she's already coming out with a new series. I already know I'm gonna like this. I mean, it's Lauren Asher. Like, what can you not like about her? Again, here for the purple covers, because we need more purple covers on books. Next up, we have another second book in the series. This is Wildfire by Hannah Grace, which is the second book in the series, I don't remember what it's called. This is about, I think it's Russ, who was a character that got mentioned a little bit in the first book. I was hoping this book was going to be about Henry, because if you didn't watch my reading vlog for Icebreaker, Henry is like my baby. I seriously love him so much, and was a little bit upset when this second book was not going to be about him, and I'll have to wait like, who knows, a year until he gets his book. But I will be patient, and I will read about the mysterious Russ, because I know he has some kind of past. It's mentioned a little bit. I think this takes place in like summer, perhaps. I think he becomes like a camp counselor, and I don't remember if it's like his ex-girlfriend or if he just meets this girl there and they have a romance. I don't remember. All I remember, it has something to do with like the camp or the lake. We'll have to see. I think the cover is really cool. I like Hannah Grace's writing style. Pretty easy to get through, and I really, really loved Icebreakers. So October 3rd, that actually comes out sooner than I thought it would be. Lastly, I have Unravel Me, which is the third book in the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack. This is about Adam. I loved Adam as a side character, and consider me, like, I just found myself being, like, whenever he was in a scene, I was, like, smiling, or I remember him having such a difficult relationship with his girlfriend or something. I just loved his character so much and was like, I need his book immediately. All I know is that this is coming out in the summer. She just said summer, and I was like, well, it's summer, and I have a feeling it's not going to come out this month, but hopefully next month. I'll have to read Play With Me before I get to Adam's book, but as soon as this comes out, you know I am buying it, because I just need it in my life. I honestly don't remember what it's about. There is a synopsis out, and I did read it when the synopsis came out, but since then I've read so many things that I don't remember. Like, this is priority TBR for the rest of the year. I could probably say that about all of these, or most of these. That is it for this video. I talked about a lot of books. There's probably like so many more books that are coming out this year that I don't even know about yet. It's just kind of too early in the year to announce. Yeah, this is what I have thus far. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, found some new books that you didn't know were coming out. Yeah, make sure to follow all my socials down below, along with my Goodreads and my Amazon wishlist. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos by me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!